We are live. Here's the countdown, and then we continue.
The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
Ex-Jets GM Mike Tannenbaum weighed in on the moves the Jets made this offseason. What did Tanny have to say? We'll tell you, and then I'll give you some thoughts. It's the Jake Asman Show on a Football Friday. Crack open your beers, Jet fans. Let's hit it and get it started. Man, our Jets are primed for a historic season. We bleed Jets green each and every day. This is not the same old Jets. We have Aaron freaking Rodgers. We have Garrett Wilson. Let's go. We have Breece Hall. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chat, baby. Cut the line. We have Sauce Gardner. We have Quinnen Williams. The Jets bandwagon is loaded. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show. Here we go. Happy Friday, Jet fans. Cheers. Some full Fireman Ed Lager to get us rolling here on a Friday show. When you call in today, crack open a beer or a cocktail of your choice. It's a summer Friday, and we are live talking all things New York Jets. Before we get into what Mr. T, Mike Tannenbaum, said about the Jets offseason, I'm proud to announce that Hugo House has added 4 brand new hats to their collection. Go to HugoHouse.com. Use promo code Asman. You'll get 15% off on any of these hats you see on the screen. The one I'm wearing right now in black, they added that in blue. They added a navy blue, as you can see there, a little black khaki one as well. Check it out, HugoHouse.com. Promo code Asman at checkout, and you will get yourself 15% off with your purchase. Shout out to Hugo House for being a part of our show. I clicked the wrong button. I've had too many Fireman Ed Lagers. There you go, HugoHouse.com. Promo code Asman. Check out 15% off when you use that code. All right, let's get it started here. Here's Mike Tannenbaum weighing in during a recent conversation with Connor Hughes at some golf course discussing the Jets offseason.
Connor Hughes here with former Jets general manager Mike Tannenbaum. Mike, eventful offseason for the Jets. A little bit quieter maybe with some of the hype they've had recently, but offensive line fortified, playmakers added. What have you seen from what this team's done?
I thought they had a great offseason. I thought, they attacked their offensive line both in the draft and free agency, which is the way to go. So hopefully they could stay healthy up front.
That's the key, right, is staying healthy. Is there anything that you experienced at your career that can help with that? Because some of these guys that they have added, if there is a red flag with them, it's their durability.
Right, but again, I think the way they doubled down in the draft makes a ton of sense, plus a couple draft picks from last year. So I think the depth there is much better than it's been in years past, and hopefully it pays off for them, this season.
You've dealt with the New York market. You've dealt with these expectations before. When you're going into a year like Robert Saleh and Joe Douglas are, where it feels like playoffs are bust and maybe even a little bit more than that, how do you weather that storm over the coming months?
I kind of felt that way every year, all 16 years with the Jets. It's New York, it's the NFL, it's a great opportunity. They've done a great job. They got a really good roster. Should be a really fun season to watch them, and my advice is embrace it and enjoy it.
You also experience some winning on the other side of that. So you deal with the negativity when things aren't going so well. You also deal with the highs when it is. What is that like when you're riding that emotional wave when things are going your way?
I think it's just proud to walk in there every day. It starts with ownership. They give you all the resources you need, the Johnson family, and then there's a lot of people that work really hard in that building that hopefully all that hard work will pay off and they can enjoy the fruits of their labor. And when you win in New York, there's nothing like it.
Despite the fact that clip looks like it was recorded in 1995, it was actually recorded just a couple days ago. And look, Tannenbaum, it's kind of weird vibes when he talks about the Jets for some reason. I don't know. Like, he said they had a great offseason, but he's so, nonchalant about it and very chill about it. I'm not saying he still has some resentment for his time ending, but I don't know. didn't exactly have a ton of energy with those comments there. But, the big thing he said was that they had a great offseason. And he talked about how he loved what they did in the draft. And I don't think anyone could argue with the process the Jets have had this offseason. Will the moves work? I mean, you need some luck involved in that, but we all can't sit here and say the Jets haven't done everything possible to try and learn from what they did wrong a year ago. They have a legit backup in Tyrod Taylor. They didn't last year. They have, to me, 5 legitimate starters on their offensive line. I think we could confidently say they had what? 1 last year? If you think about it, Elijah Vera Tucker. Tippmann was an unknown a year ago. He wasn't even starting week 1. Becton was an unknown. Dwayne Brown was an unknown. Laken Tomlinson was an unknown. So if you just break down what the Jets did, they answered a lot of questions for how could they get better after what went wrong last year. Not to mention, they added playmakers, right? They added Mike Williams. Yeah, there's an injury concern with him, but Mike Williams hasn't really missed that many games. He's played through a lot of injuries, but like last year was only the first time he missed double-digit amount of games since his rookie year. This guy plays. He'll be on the injury report a lot, but he plays through it. Now, I get it. He's coming off a torn ACL, but that's no longer a death sentence anymore for players, right? And neither is an Achilles injury, especially if it's your non-throwing leg and you're a quarterback. So, yeah, there's some concerns, but they have answers to a lot of the concerns. They have better depth than they've had at the important positions, a la O-line, and certainly quarterback, as I already mentioned. I mean, drafting Fashioner to back up Tyron Smith is as good as it gets. It's exactly what you want. So, I agree with a lot of that. I think at the end of the day, you just compare the roster the Jets put on the field week 1 against Buffalo last year versus what they're going to be putting on the field week 1 against San Fran this year. It's a much better team. It really is. Better weapons, way better offensive line. I saw something the other day from Warren Sharp of Sharp Football where he had the Jets offensive line ranked at number 6 in the NFL. Think about that. That's not crazy either. Like AVT is a Pro Bowl level player. Tyron Smith was second team All-Pro last year. Morgan Moses is a top 15 tackle in the league. Joe Tippmann could be a top 15 center in the league. John Simpson is a top 15 guard in the league. You combine all that, that's better than most teams. Not to mention, Breece Hall is a superstar. Garrett Wilson is a superstar. There's so much talent on this team on offense. It's not just, the Jets really need Aaron Rodgers to be an MVP. That's what they're banking on at 40. No, we're not. The Jets are banking on Aaron Rodgers to not be one of the worst quarterbacks to ever play in the NFL. Because if Aaron Rodgers is average, they could go from 7-10 to 9 wins, 10 wins. If he's above average, they could go to 11 wins. If he plays like a top 5 quarterback, they can go to 12 or 13 wins. That's how I look at it. This team is loaded, man. They have a top 5 defense that might be better because they're playing with leads. They have Sauce Gardner going into his 3rd year. Quinnen Williams in the prime of his career. Jermaine Johnson going into year 3. They added a premier edge rusher in Hassan Reddick. I think Will McDonald does take a step forward. C.J. Mosley still damn good. Quincy Williams, first team All-Pro last year. DJ Reed, still one of the better number 2 corners in football. Michael Carter, the best nickel in football. They got stars on this team, man. People talk about the Jets and they want to just talk about Rodgers. It's so much more than just Aaron Rodgers with this roster. I think it's worth saying again, don't forget why Aaron Rodgers was here in the first place. They were a 7-win team that needed a quarterback. They still are a 7-win team that needs a quarterback. Nothing's changed. In fact, if anything, they have proven that with the worst quarterback play in the league by far, historically bad quarterback play, the worst quarterback play in the NFL since at least 2015, according to this quarterback efficiency chart that everyone needs to look at. Look at it, Hawk. Look at it! It's very easy to see how the New York Jets can go from 7 wins to 10. We're not asking for that much. All right, Hawk? We're not asking for that much. So I agree with the comments by Tannenbaum. You can't look. Is there risk involved with some of the players they added? Sure, but what were the alternatives? Right? What could the Jets have done better this offseason? It's really hard to nitpick their process here. So many people said there's no way they'll pay Tyron Smith. They got him for $6.5 million guaranteed. So many people said there's no way they could get a legitimate wide receiver and still fix the O-line. Remember, you can't cut Laken Tomlinson because you don't have enough cap space to find 3 new starters. You can only find 2. Did anyone have Morgan Moses for a 6th-round pick on their bingo board of moves the Jets could make? So I think if you're a Jet fan, you're allowed to be excited. You are allowed to dream about this upcoming season, okay? Because I think they have had a great offseason. Now, the key is we pray every day to the injury gods that we could just get reasonable health for this football team. Every team deals with injuries. The Jets have been decimated by them. Devastating injuries year after year. Nothing worse than what happened 4 plays into the Jet season last year. That's the whole key. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Ladies and gentlemen, I just get this feeling, right? I could smell it. I smelled membership rain in the air. I just do it. It's one of those feelings I have. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's open it up. Here we go. Mother effing Chew is starting us off. He gifted 1 membership to Patrick J.X. Volpe. Well, that's not all, folks. G-Man the Prophet. He is gifting a channel membership too. Robert Heenan. Congratulations. You are a channel member as well. All right, here we go. More of your channel membership. Steve M. There we go, Steve. Making it rain. 5 memberships. Here we go. If you hear your name called, Steve M is the guy that you thank. Sean Cora, Morning Woody, Justin Heath, Kyle Roeder, Broadway Scott. You are officially a channel member. All right, let's open it up. Comments, questions, super chats. Before we do that, look at it, Hawk. Look at it. You sick, twisted human. Dre, super chat. Dre, how is your shoulder, man? Happy birthday. On my birthday, all I want is Wilson to have 28 touchdowns, Rodgers to go scorched earth MVP style, and Brees to get 3,000 yards from scrimmage en route to the Lombardi. Jets, 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 Jets. Dre, from your lips to God's ears, man. Happy birthday. Super chat from JJ. Mike T was a better GM than Joe D. It's not even close. Who would try and argue that he's not at this point? Douglas has to win. Tannenbaum went to the playoffs with 2 different head coaches, and they went to 2 AFC championship games. Tannenbaum was not a perfect GM either, though, JJ. He also had made some terrible moves, terrible blunders. No GM bats 1,000. This is a make-or-break year for the head coach and Robert Saleh, and a make-or-break year for the general manager, too. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Hawk writes in, Jake's palms are itchy. Oh, you know they are, Hawk. You better look at it. See, look, your comment is covering up how bad Zach Wilson is at football. Think about that. Your comment is disguising how bad Zach Wilson is. All right? Don't forget that, Hawk, because I will never let you live it down. Never. Ladies and gentlemen, more of your calls right now. In fact, by more, how about some? Because we haven't taken any just yet. Kyle Clifton is first up today. Hello, Kyle.
Good afternoon, Jake. I've got the Kona Big Wave here.
Cheers to you.
So, Tannenbaum, I kind of agree with them. Like, you look at what they did in the draft and free agency, and I think that the buzzword has to be competition, right? You look at competition in the secondary with Stiggers and JBC and Jalen Key being brought in, and you look at guys being brought in on the O-line, whether they be UDFAs or Kinlaw or Lodi, and you think about guys being brought in through the draft for the receiver room and the running back room. I think that they can't help but be better than they were last year. Not only because of the quarterback health, but because of the depth that they're going to probably have at most position groups.
I agree with you. And look, the big thing we all understand is health, but I also think we don't take into account some of their younger players should get better with another year of seasoning and growth like that. Like, I think there's another level to Jermaine Johnson. There's another level to Quincy Williams. There's another level to Garrett and Brees now that they have better quarterback play. Like, a lot of the things we account for that helped this team win 7 games, in theory, it could be better next year too. That should be discussed as well.
Right. JD has built quite a pipeline. I think we're going to find out sooner rather than later whether he's on par with someone like Tannenbaum or some of the better GMs that have come through the league.
I hope so, Kyle. I hope so.
Have a great weekend, Jake.
You too, Kyle. Appreciate you, man. Great calls this week. Dre Correa. Dre. This man will not stop. We love it, Dre. On his birthday, Mike Tannenbaum wishes that he was half the GM. Joe Douglas says, JJ, you've been smoking crack. Don't do it, bro. Just say no. To be fair to JJ, though, Dre, Tannenbaum was successful. I think Joe Douglas can be successful. This has to be the year that he is successful. I mean, Douglas took over a far worse situation than Tannenbaum did. So that has to be taken into account. Like the team Joe Douglas took over was as bad of a team as the Jets have ever had. It really was. He inherited Gase. Tannenbaum walked into a pretty steady situation. He had a good quarterback in Pennington. He had a pretty good roster. Did he make some good moves? For sure. And then he hired Rex, and he obviously drafted Sanchez, which I can't say it didn't work out because they won, but obviously, Mark Sanchez had his moments. He was never a true franchise quarterback. He was better than Zach Wilson, though. So Tannenbaum did a lot of good. There was also a lot of bad. Mike D's Nuts says, was Jake tailgating today? Oh, boy, was I.
Is this Mike D's Nuts?
Mike D's Nuts. Folks, Mike D's Nuts is obviously one of the all-time great Asmaniacs out there. I sent him 3 Jets jerseys. He gave me the wrong address. So they're somewhere in like Michigan right now. So Mike D's Nuts has been trying to work through the U.S. postal system to track down these 3 jerseys that I sent him on behalf of the Asmaniacs for all the memberships he donated. So it's a work in progress, folks. But eventually, Mike D's Nuts will call in with a Breece Hall jersey, an Aaron Rodgers jersey, and a Garrett Wilson jersey, all in the new color green style. Eventually, we're working on it. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Quick update on memberships. We're 29 away from a new emoji. So keep that in mind if you're tuned in live right now. Turn on gift receipts because you never know who might make it rain. Les with a free super chat for being an Asmaniac. Where's GM? Isaac or McCagnon? Oh, man. I think it's Isaac. Right? I think it's John Isaac. McCagnon was brutal, but he did have a 10-6 season. Isaac was horrible. He tore up the team. He had 12 draft picks in 2012. Or not 2012. He had 12 draft picks in – what year was the Isaac 13? 2014? And they all sucked. Or was it 2013, the Isaac 12? Tannenbaum got fired after 2012. Yeah, the Isaac 12 was 2014. It was terrible. I think it's Isaac. Both were terrible. I think Isaac was worse. McCagnon, he caught lightning in the bottle with Fitz. He got Brandon Marshall, right? He signed Decker. Actually, you know what? I think Decker was on the team. That might have been an Isaac signing. The point is, they're both brutal. I think Isaac was worse. Ladies and gentlemen, Addison has made it rain. Here we go. I could smell it, man. I knew I smelled rain. It's raining memberships. Me and my dog. You're now a member. JFK, channel member. Philip Razik Jr., channel member. RayJet62, channel member. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, G-Man, the Prophet. He's made it rain. Here we go. If you hear your name, you thank G-Man, the Prophet. James Bowen, Ernest Duncan, Joseph Rivera, J Soul. Channel members galore. Holy hell. Am I reading this right? 20 channel memberships from the big fella. Are you kidding me? Holy hell. Oh my God. Holy bleep. Jet fans are the greatest. Big fella. Cheers to you. The best fans in sports. No, I mean, wow. 20 memberships from the big fella. Here we go, folks. Bear with me. I have an enormous amount of names to read right now. Michael Pedregosa, Johnny Danks, James Caffiero, Jam. If you're watching the show right now, please, for the love of God, message me your email so I could send you the Jets-Texans tickets. I can't take it anymore, Jam. I have messaged you on Discord a million times. You paid for your tickets. Do you want them? Please send me an email so we could get you your 4 tickets or 3, whatever you requested for the Texans game. Jam, Mazel Tov, EJ, Rodney Pelletier, Kick Ass Jets, Christian Thompson, Fox Give Green, Toon, TJ Jet 73, Papa Kel 718, Neil Levy, Brett _ James Fitzpatrick, Frank, Raggiano, Aaron Daniels, Justin Flanagan. You guys are all channel members courtesy of the big fella. SONY17, you're a channel member, but not from the big fella, from Steve M. There we go. Soundboard is a little messed up. Steve M, 5 memberships. They have been gifted. Hear your name. It is from Steve M. This is crazy. It's like yesterday with Buffalo Jet fan all over again. There's just so many on my screen. Sergey Mikolov, Danette Randall, Rourke's Drift 1985. You guys are all officially channel members. Let's go. Sim Nitro, channel member. That's not all, folks. We got another one. Another 5 from Steve M. This is insane. Brandon Lambert, Tyler Raines, Mr. Downtown, Ian Meisel, Sean Horton, channel members galore. Let's go. Woo! Crazy show so far. We're only 22 minutes in. All right. Let's keep it rolling. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. JJ has responded to Dre. Here we go. Dre isn't very smart if he really believes Joe Douglas is better. 2 AFC, 3 playoff appearance, multiple Hall of Famers versus worst winning percentage as GM in franchise history. I think Joe Douglas can ultimately be a better GM than Tannenbaum. Is he right now? No. But I think Joe Douglas has built a better roster than anything Tannenbaum has built because the quarterback is better. That's going to be the key. Can they take advantage of, let's say, a 2-year window now with Aaron Rodgers? Because I think Aaron plays this year, and he's definitely playing at least next year. And then after that, who knows? Can they at least take advantage of this 2-year window they seemingly now have with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback? That, to me, is going to be the key. That's the key to all this. Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Jets Worldwide says, even Jake was surprised we're only 22 minutes in. To have 46 channel members in 23 minutes is unreal. Unreal, folks. More of your calls coming up. Big fella, we have enough for a new emoji. What is it? Snowball said that he was working on a freaky flag emoji on the first show today. If you have an emoji idea, write it in the chat. We will break this down live on the air and figure it out. I love it. All right, here we go. Gusbuster Hotline's open. B-Mac's up next. What's up, B-Mac?
Hey Jake, I just want to tell you thank you for sending me into the shadow room. I mean,
no,
not the shadow room.
You at the stupid town.
Yeah, stupid town. Thank you, because I needed that. You
know, why are you thanking me for being stupid?
I don't because I am stupid. You know what I mean? So you know.
Was there a particular reason why you would ask me if I'm a Rodgers guy?
No. I just asked that, like, not like I know you're a fan, but I was asked. No, the reason I asked that is that is he's the only quarterback what you would take in his prime, like over Peyton, Brady. That's what I meant when I asked.
Well, you didn't say that.
Yeah. Well, that's why. Yeah. I'm sorry. I should have misinterpreted better, but I'm not really, but yeah, I am dumb. You know, my mom dropped me on the head when I was a little kid, so I have a little bit of CB. But I just want to say that yes, I do think y'all need to win this year. I think. Matter of fact, I shouldn't say y'all. We need to win this year, and we are under a lot of pressure. And
B-Mac, give me a jet
Joe
chant.
Douglas should be on a hot.
B-Mac, give me a jet chant right now. Let's go.
All right. Jets, Jets.
B-Mac, thank you for the time. Excellent job out of you. Tremendous. It's amazing. Everyone that has done a jet chant on the show somehow has done a better job than this guy.
Jets, 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 Jets. Jets, 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 Jets. Jets, 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 Jets.
I mean, what are we doing here, Alan? I mean, B-Mac's not even a Jet fan, and he does it better than you. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike D's nuts with a super chat. He cuts the line. Mike T had 3 good years, and it went to the crapper, and he got fired. Then went to Miami and did nothing. Well, once Tannenbaum lost Mangini, the drafts got a lot worse, and that ultimately sunk the team because Sanchez wasn't good enough once the roster wasn't stacked around him. That's what happened, right? Tannenbaum's best moves were trades and free agent signings. Obviously, you give him credit for Revis, Mangold, DeBrickashaw, David Harris, etc. But I'm talking about once Mangini left, then look at the drafts. Rex was not good at player evaluation. Not nearly as good as Mangini. Mangini should have been a GM after he got fired by the Jets. He would have been much better off than going to Cleveland and failing because everyone fails with the Browns. Ladies and gentlemen, a gifted membership has come in from Rowan Marshall. If you hear your name called, you're a member. Jason C., congratulations. 47 new members have been added. 47. Hawk writes in, I swear YouTube runs ads every 15 seconds on the show. LOL, it's ridiculous. Hawk, here's what we're going to do, all right? Since you don't want to deal with the ads anymore, we will see you tomorrow.
Now look what you've done. Hawk, no more protection from the Asmaniacs. Had to pull you out of the chat and cast you down with the Sodomites. Some time in here will feel like you've been run over by the lane train. You understand me? You catch my drift? Give them another 24 hours to think about it.
I think we found a sensible solution, right? Hawk just can't comment for 24 hours. Some time on the hole will do you good, Hawk. Hennessy Heisman with a super chat. All the JD haters say we have a top NFL roster. The best is Gary's logic with Douglas. He should be fired, but then says it's the most talented team they've had since 1998. How does that make any sense? Also, I'll be nice to Hawk. I won't put him in for 24 hours because it's a Friday. The vibes are high. Hawk, we'll put you in there for 10 minutes. All right? Because I'm a nice guy. I did hit 24 hours originally, but, I'll be nice to you on a Friday. Steve M with a super chat. Is that Sarah Michelle Gellar behind Allen with her broom? You make a salient point there, Steve. You do. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Roger is up next. Hello, Roger.
Hey, Jake, how you doing?
Hey, Roger. How are you?
Doing much, much better, getting around a lot better. So I want to talk to you about the Jets Super Bowl chances.
I think they're high.
So before the season started, I had some money from the leftover from the last Super Bowl at Caesars winnings. I bet the coin toss and stuff like that. So we put $100 for the Jets to win the Super Bowl at plus 3,000. We checked it yesterday, and it's now plus 1,800. So the Jets are Super Bowl favorites to win the Super Bowl.
Well, you got good value on that then. There's no doubt about that.
Unbelievable. So that never ever happened to me, at least. So for them to drop $1,200, they're like, I think they're the second favorite to win the Super Bowl now.
They're not that high. They do have the second highest odds in their own division though to win the AFC East, which is nice.
That's good news for us. I also got my bad call brick. You ever seen one of these yet, Jake?
No, I have not.
You're watching the game, and everybody thinks it's a brick, but it's made of rubber. You throw it at the TV so you don't break your TV.
Bad call brick. How about just bad football brick? That's, forget bad calls. Some of the stuff
one without saying for 5 decades. But
I like the Dennis Bird jersey too, Roger. That's tremendous.
Oh, thank you. I got it a few years ago. One of my favorite Jets. And Rodgers won the Bird Trophy.
Yes, he did.
It's incredible what that guy went through. Besides getting paralyzed on the field, coming back from all that uplifting story, then to get killed by a drunk driver. Amazing.
Yeah, it's I'm a little too young to have seen him play, of course, but you hear all the stories.
It wasn't that he was a great player. He always played with heart and emotion. So yeah. Probably like Scott Mercer. I think Scott was actually in on the tackle too. But anyway, I made my debut on the Bobby Midnight Show.
Oh, how was that?
Interesting. There was like 5 people on the show, and then as soon as I got on, I was the only one. And all you seen was like empty studios. It was kind of funny. And then I ran out of things to talk about. So anyway, I'm glad.
Bobby will never run out of things to talk about, so you're in good hands.
Glad to be back on the show, feeling good, and go Jets. And I'm going to see you at your next event, I promise.
Can't wait, Roger. Excellent call. Great setup. Great man cave. Dennis Bird jersey. Well, that is a big-time call there. Shout out to Roger. Give some love to Roger in the chat. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll continue to cut our line. Rowan Marshall, super chat. Asmaniac for 3 months, paying back my membership. Thanks for the gift. I'm UK-based and have Vikes tickets. Can't wait for the meetup in London. JETS, Jets. Rowan, be ready. Tile Yard, London. The day before the game, Saturday, October 5th, massive Jet fan party. Tile Yard, London. I will see you guys there. I'll have more information, of course, when we get closer. But we can't wait to make it happen. The venue is selected. There's magic in the air. You could smell it. Jet football across the pond. Jack says, how do you pay it forward with a membership? Instead of sending a super chat, there's a money icon on the side. Click that and hit gift instead of super chat. That easy. That easy to make it rain on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, let's keep it rolling with your calls right now. Bobby, Midnight.
Well, I love to talk and hate to type. Jake, when is your next show? Alan is a cartoon character. Bobby.
Yeah, I had him on my show. He came on.
What about O'Leary? Has he been on yet?
Nope.
And we gotta put his butt on a stick.
Well, I'm not begging him. I'm done for begging him to come on.
So. He better call in soon.
I know. I bet BJF be on before he does.
What about South S? Is he still banned?
Yes. No, he's allowed to come on, but he doesn't want to come on. I don't want his butt to be on anyway. I'm not going to cry me a river just because of him.
Are you quoting Justin Timberlake?
What? Cry me a river?
It's one of his songs, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He was singing that in the Slammer.
Oh, okay. That's where South S should be.
In the Slammer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had a good day. We met that what was his name? We met a new guy too. He's from Utah.
Zach Wilson?
No, he's in the chat sometimes. Let's see. What was the guy we talked to in the chat?
I don't know who you're talking
Sometimes
about.
he goes to your chart. Oh god, I can't remember the guy's name. That was happy birthday to Dre. Happy birthday, Dre. He's a cool guy, isn't he?
No, I think he's terrible.
No, he's a good guy. He's a great guy.
Of course, I love Dre.
Yeah, one time when we was driving
At
home
band
from
camp?
the game, I called him on the phone in Discord. Talked to him when he was driving home.
Very nice.
He was on the way home to the Jet game. So, yep, we're doing good.
When is your next show?
Oh, I'm like, then you kick me off.
No, when is your next show?
I don't know if it before, probably after the wrestling guy goes on.
Wrestling guy? Who's the wrestling guy?
Oh, Nick. You know the Nick guy.
I thought you're just live whenever I'm not live.
No, Nick is the wrestling guy. No, I don't.
So when is Nick live?
He goes on 6 o'clock today.
Okay, so then after Nick's show, you're on.
Yeah.
You better be.
Why you got to be on?
I'm planning my Friday night around coming on your show.
All right, let's do that. Let's have fun.
I'm gonna pop in. All right.
Hey, did you see what Gator did for me?
Oh, I saw it.
Isn't that nice of him?
Gator's the best.
I love my blue screen. I'm addicted to it.
Yeah.
He helped me out, and I found out how to put the chat up on the top this time.
Nice.
Finally, it took forever to do.
All right. We'll work on Matt O'Leary coming on your show. All right. We'll get it. Otherwise, his butt will remain on a stick.
Yeah, well, I'm not crying. My eyes are not crying because he doesn't come on.
All right.
He comes on if he wants. It doesn't really matter. So.
Well, I need to find Matt O'Leary. He's supposed to come on my show. I want his butt on a stick.
Matt O'Leary's making a huge mistake, folks. Bobby Midnight. He's got all the power. All the power. More of your calls. Nate's up next. Hello, Nate.
What's going on, Jake? Hope you're having a good Friday.
Stonewall in?
I'm where the
on the Upper East Side?
No, I'm lower downtown where the president's doing that opening of the Stonewall National Memorial Visitor Center. I'm actually in a wild situation. All of these people live on this block and they can't go home because the president is on the block. So
I didn't even know Biden was in New York today.
Yeah, he's in town doing some opening or a monument or a statue, something being open. Anyway, I got. Say it again.
I said, is he awake?
I don't know. I saw his car go by, and I saw his wife's hair, but no sign of him.
All right. Well,
no pulse.
Welcome to Joe Biden.
I'm sorry. It's loud over here. Jets point. I heard you talking about Tannenbaum at the beginning of the stream. I don't know what the point was, but Tannenbaum gets way too much credit for basically what Rex Ryan did and what Eric Mangini did. Like, Eric Mangini's roster is what Rex Ryan coached, and Rex Ryan brought in Bart Scott and Jim Leonard on his own. He didn't need Mangini. Mangini made some mistakes too. Like, he brought in some good guys, but he didn't bring in the Revises. He didn't bring in our greats. He let go of Revis. He let go of Braylon Edwards for Plaxico. He let go of Kotri for Derek Mason. So, like,
yes,
he's responsible for that downhill. Go ahead.
Yes, but he also made trades for Braylon Edwards, for Santonio Holmes. He signed LaDainian Tomlinson. He signed Jason Taylor. He hit on a lot the first couple of years.
I guess my point was like that roster was like 80% complete, and he did a good job capping it off. But then he also tore it down. Like, he was responsible for both. He finished it off, but then he kind of tore it down. Quick Mets point, Jake, and since you're in sports media, I know I was here your advertisements. Would you accept an advertisement from another New York or another football YouTube channel?
You're asking me about the Michael K situation.
So. I'm going to ask you about the Michael K situation. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I know what you're going. I mean, I don't think it would really work on this show. I mean, like, if I had to do like a live read for like another YouTuber, like,
right.
How much are they paying me? They're money. I'm a capitalist at the end of the day.
What are your thoughts on that specific? Where it wasn't SNY gave their ad read about them being the best booth. Michael K heard it basically and and reacted to it after the ad break.
I think I understand why Kay was upset. I think his reaction got lost in translation by Met fans, and that's why.
You don't think it was a bit of like an insecure, like no one called him out. It was just an ad read, like every company says their underwear is the best, even though there's only one best. It's like, what?
Yeah,
they're gonna say it's the best, and it wasn't Gary calling into his show saying I'm better than you.
Agreed. He should have had issue with ESPN's management for taking that commercial and angled the rant that way, not being like,
exactly. All right,
we think we're the best booth too. Like, you know what I mean? Because it gets lost in translation. Like, I understand why he's upset. He's the voice of the Yankees, and on the Michael Kay show, there's an ad telling people to go listen to the SOY best booth in sports or what. You know what I mean? So like, I understand. Sure. Like, I understand why he wouldn't want that on his show. I think the way he explained it and ranted about it, he didn't.
But he took it as if it was an attack, because he was like, "Do you expect me to lay down?" When I hear, as if someone's attacking him.
Right. He should have said, I can't believe our sales team took money and put that on the show.
Which his co-host ended up telling him that, you should be mad at the sales team. And he obviously didn't want to do it because they're probably in the same room with him. He didn't take that angle.
I can tell you they're not in the same room as him. But
since I'm touching on every sport, Mitchell Robinson or Hartenstein, who would you rather have next year?
Hartenstein. He plays. He's a better offensive player, less injury prone. And I like Mitch. He's never healthy. And they have OG who's never healthy too. You have too many guys that have injury problems.
Good answers. I support that. Yeah, if we can get both, that'd be great. But I think Hartenstein is the key right now.
Appreciate it. Nate, say hi to Joe for us, all right?
Have a good one, Jake.
Farewell, Nate. Nate calling us from the Stonewell Inn. Ladies and gentlemen, it is raining memberships. Mike D's nuts. First, he says, I just want to have a beer with Jake. Mike, we will this year at a Jets game. Cheers to you. Mike D's nuts. 5 channel memberships. Are you kidding me? Holy crap. Mike D's nuts. Too kind. Making it rain. Bang! All right. I'm going to pull up the list of names that Mike D's nuts just gifted memberships to. But while I pull up those names, I simply say, watch your screen, folks.
Hey, thank you, Mike D's nuts. Hey, for another gifted membership. Hey.
All right, if you hear your name called, you're a channel member. Synergy Game Z, Henry Confidential, The Professor, Chris 2485. Channel members galore. That's not all, folks. Patrick JX Volpe making it rain. 5 more memberships.
Money.
These are from Patrick. Here we go. Daniel Nieves, Crunching Numbers, World Meister Wonder, Seth McDermott, Justin Goldberg. You guys are all officially channel members. We are not done. We are going to keep making it rain. It's a summer Friday. The vibes are high. Steve M, another 5. Whoa, baby.
Show me the money. Show me the money! Money.
And here we go from Steve M, JK Primetime, Paul Nielis, Make the Jets Cool Again, Luis Rivas, Dan NY. You guys are all channel members, 62 and counting. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now is a man who gifted 20 channel memberships before the show began. The big fella joins us now. Hello, big fella.
Hey, what's up, Jake? How's it going, pal?
Hey, big fella. Thank you for the 20 memberships, man. That's awesome.
My pleasure, man. Anything for the community. You didn't have to do a show today, but you did it. So, and I missed the first one. So, I'm just happy that you did it. So
it wasn't the same without you. I want you to know that.
I appreciate it, man. I do. I really don't have much to say. I wanted some takes on the draft, like with Bronny going to the Lakers and the Knicks not taking a center. To me, it makes no sense because they're probably going to lose Hartenstein.
Well, maybe they're going to keep him, though. Some of the moves they made to finagle the cap, maybe they think Hartenstein will take 4 years, $72 million, which is the most they're allowed to offer him.
All right, because that OG deal is huge. It's a lot of money. So I don't know how much space. I didn't know how much space they had. So
so they could fit Hartenstein in because they have his bird rights, but they're only allowed to offer him X amount of money.
All right, I wanted to show you something. This is everybody shows their man cave. I'm going to show mine a little bit. All right. So anyway, here's a Vilma jersey.
Let's take a look here. Let's go full screen, big fella. Give us the tour.
All right. Here's the Vilma jersey. All right. Signed Vilma jersey. Braun jersey.
Oh, the Braun Cavs jersey. Love that.
Yeah. I bought it as an investment. Curtis.
Love that.
Then we move over here. We got Shaq.
Oh.
And we got Dominique.
Love that.
And then this is a good one.
Wow, that's all. Is it signed by each member of the Sack Exchange there, it looks like?
Yeah.
That's incredible. That's a great piece.
Absolutely. And then I got Ovechkin's Olympic jersey from way back when.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Did Putin sign that too?
No, he didn't sign that one. But that's part of the man cave, yeah. So I figure everybody's showing a little bit of their stuff, so I'll show them a little bit of my stuff too. You know what I mean?
I love it. The more people that want to show off their man cave, the better on the show, especially in these summer months where we're just getting set for football season.
Yeah. So what do you think about Bronny going to the Lakers? I think it's a BS. I'm not gonna curse. It's that I think it's a BS move that Rich Paul said that he was going to go to Australia if another team drafted him. So
I'm just not surprised, like it just felt like it was headed this way. And, like at the end of the day, if it keeps LeBron happy and you're the Lakers, like you kind of really don't have a better alternative at this point. But I think it's a worse look for LeBron, right? Because think about it. His kid averaged less than 5 points per game on a bad USC team. He needs to go back to school and play another year and raise his stock and get better as a player. And is he ever going to get the development that he needs, playing on the bench on the Lakers? Like because he's too good to go to the G League. They're not going to allow him to go in the G League and play. He's going to have to be on the bench because he's LeBron. He's LeBron's son. And LeBron wants him on the team. Like, I think it's very selfish on LeBron's part. Like, I think LeBron's dream of playing with his son was not necessarily his son's dream, but like basically his son had no choice because that's what LeBron and his agent orchestrated.
Yeah, just wait till LeBron starts bitching to Reddick about Bronny not getting playing time and stuff like that. It's going to be a mess. So anyway, that's it.
Well, I'll tell you what, big fella, great call out of you and everyone who got a membership from the big fella. Pay it forward because this man gifted 20 whopping memberships during this show.
All right. Have a good day, buddy. Take care.
Big fella, if we were to make you an emoji, what would that look like?
I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe my bulldog that just passed away. That'd be cool.
Like just a big fella?
A big fella. Yeah. Yeah. Why not?
All right. We'll work on that. Excellent job for the big fella. Ladies and gentlemen, Dre, boom, $20 to go at JJ. Wow. JJ, you don't want the smoke. First of all, the fact that you want to give Mike T credit for Revis tells me you're unserious about your fandom. Go back to school. You aren't qualified to talk to me. Dre, call in. JJ, call in. Let's settle this like men on the air. All right? Both of you call in. And let's go through it. All right? We'll duke it out on the air. That seems to be the only thing we could do. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll continue to cut the line. But first, it's a Mike D's Nuts explosion.
Is this Mike D's Nuts?
Of course, it's Mike D's Nuts. Who else could it be? Ladies and gentlemen, Javier Santos, Dimitri Asapapalakos. I just botched that. Good luck with that name. Joe Gelino. Alex, Kevin Callaghan. You guys are all officially channel members, courtesy of the immortal, the incomparable Mike D's Nuts.
Bang! Thank you, Mike D's Nuts, for another gifted membership.
Mike D's Nuts dropping memberships for the people. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now is one of the all-time WOTs. For those who don't know what that means the worst of all time.
Allen alert. Hi, Joe Alt from the 9 teams in front of us. Allen alert.
Hello, Alan.
Hello, Jake. What's going on?
How's the move going?
Sitting here in 102 degrees. God bless.
I don't miss that. I don't. Well,
followed your lead today. Actually went to Whataburger. Pretty good.
What'd you get?
I got 2 burgers. I don't even know which ones I got. I know I went with a friend of mine. I met somebody.
Try the what's it called? It's the chicken strip one, the barbecue chicken strip sandwich. That's really good.
I'm gonna go to In-N-Out tomorrow, so just tell you that. A couple of things. First of all, the next time that dope BMAC calls, tell him not to wear that hat. He's a jinx. Okay, they can't win games anymore. Please No more Yankee hats. No.
Well, he's been wearing that hat all year when they got off to the best start of baseball.
Take it off, please. No.
Okay.
Another thing, the big fella, that collection was absolutely beautiful. He actually had my favorite Jet of all time as part of the collection in Jonathan Vilma, so I love it. Absolutely.
Your favorite Jet ever is Vilma?
He is my favorite.
Really? How come?
You know what? I grew up when the Hurricanes were like nasty, and I loved that team. I was an Iowa fan, but I loved how the swagger that team played with. So I was always a big fan of his. And I know that he really didn't make it huge in New York. I know he went to New Orleans and actually played better, but I was always a Vilma fan. As far as the JJ BMAC debate, I'm sorry, the JJ Dre debate, Dre, JD has to win games. Please, enough. I know that you love him for that one draft with the first 4 players, but again, he's 27 and 56. You got to win games before you make that comment. I'm tired of these Jet fans who are giving this GM a reprieve just for 4 draft picks 2 years ago. You got to win games. Again, if they go 9 and 8 this year, they should clean house. So enough comparing him to Tannenbaum. Right now, Tannenbaum is the better GM.
Would you agree, though, that Douglas has, in theory, built a more sustainable team, though, if they can win this year?
Unsure, and I'll tell you why. I worry about the injuries. He is banking on guys like Tyron Smith, and you never know about a 40-year-old quarterback coming off an Achilles. I mean, they're a talented team, but again, there's a lot of question marks when it comes to injuries. Tyron Smith got let go from here in Dallas, and I think they know something. The idea they're letting him go, and
they couldn't afford him. They have no cap. They botched the CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons, and Dak situation.
They did, but he wanted to come back here. He really did.
But they couldn't pay him, and the Jets gave him $6.5 million guaranteed with incentives. That's the other thing. The guys they added, they're on incentive-laden deals. It's not like they took huge risks bringing in these guys, and they drafted your guy Olu, so they have protection.
First of all, Joe Alt was my guy. Olu was not.
Let's check the tapes. It was Alt and Olu. You wanted either one, and then you became obsessed with Alt.
Joe Alt was my guy. Joe Alt has always been my guy.
But you loved Olu. You said they can't beat New England because we're not going to get Alt or Olu.
Joe Alt was my guy, and I'm really saddened by the fact that the Chargers are playing him at right tackle. It's a big mistake. I give the Jets credit that they're keeping Olu at left tackle, but Joe Alt was always my guy. Okay.
Did you not like Olu as well? Did you not say that this draft had 2 left tackles?
Okay, I liked Olu. I love Joe Alt. I love Joe Alt.
I don't know. Mike D's Nuts is calling you a lying crap of crap.
Mike D's Nuts can do whatever he wants. All he's good for is giving memberships. Okay.
Oh, come on. He's good for a lot more than that.
Okay. What do people know him for?
Well, he makes it rain. He drops his memberships. Yeah, but he's also a frequent caller to the show and the Bobby Midnight program.
But again, I never put Joe Alt and Olu Fashanu in the same category. I liked Olu Fashanu. I loved Joe Alt.
Is the weather frying your brain? Many are asking.
My doggy here is just sitting here, just melting away.
You have your dog in this heat? What are you doing?
My dog was dying to get out of the house. It's ridiculous.
Let's see the dog. Very cute dog.
Yes. Well, thank you very much, and have a great rest of your day. And hopefully the Islanders do something well, and hopefully Carly.
What's well, by the way? I was going to ask you. What do you want them to do later?
I would like to see them trade for Nikolai Ehlers. Hopefully it's not too much to get him. And my goal is to trade one of Pajot or Lee, just to get him off the cap. That's a big thing for me. Get one of those 2 guys off. But this team desperately needs a top-line winger to play with Barzal and Bo. They just do. And Ehlers would be a really good fit. I know he has 1 year left on his contract. Hopefully they can extend him. But that's my hockey top. And hopefully Carly Fleischer's not a jinx in Las Vegas for the Islanders. That's all I can say.
Jets, Jets.
Joining us right now to respond to Alan is Dre. Hello, Dre.
What up? Listen. Alan doesn't get credit for talking crap. He doesn't get credit talking about Mike T because he's being lazy, just like JJ. All they're doing is looking at the record, this, that, and the third. Like I said before, that's not how you tell whether or not a GM is good or bad. You got to look at what he does, okay? And all Mike T did was ride Genius's coattails. You could not give him credit for Revis. You could not give him credit for DeBrickashaw, but you could give him credit for Tebow. And so JJ got to shut his mouth because he's not even tall enough to ride this ride. He don't want the smoke. And I'm done putting it up with everybody. I'm like, look at the moves. Look what they did. Look at who evaluates talent. And look what he does. Is he perfect? No. No GM bats 1,000. But he's done more good than bad. And this season's going to prove it because when we're 14-3 and we're in the Super Bowl and we win the Super Bowl, what is people going to say then? Oh, JD's this. Oh, the coach, Salah, he's not that great. He's this and that. They can't say that no more. They're going to have to be quiet. And JJ and Allen are going to have to sit there and just not say nothing because all they know how to do is be negative. They never say anything positive. They never say anything positive. And what's up? I'm standing on business in my new Garrett Wilson jersey. That's right, baby. We're ready for the season. We're ready for the season. For the shoulder, you know what? I can move it. It's fine. It just hurts when I breathe, but that's fine. I'm still in rehab. I'm still making it. I'm gonna try and do week 1, but I'm definitely gonna be there week 3. And JJ, I know you got season tickets. Come see me. L5 tailgate. What's up?
Yeah. Hey,
That's
Dre.
what's up.
Dre, I got a question for you. Is Brock Purdy gonna run for his life opening night?
No, he's gonna die.
Is Brock Purdy gonna run for his life on the opener? He's gonna die. Let's go. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Let's go.
Dre, happy birthday, my man.
Thank you very much, my brother. Appreciate it. I appreciate all the birthday love and all the well wishes. I love that. The shoulder kind of sucks, but we're going to figure it out. I'm going to find a doctor that knows what the hell they're doing, and they're going to find out what it is and what's causing it, and then we're going to get it fixed. But it's all good. I'll see you in week 3. And JJ, L5 tailgate, come see me. I got something for you.
Oh, baby. I love it, Dre. I love it. Steve M with a super chat. I saw the Jets roster of Asmaniacs. How about Jake Klein, team doctor / chiropractor? I'm not the GM of that team, Steve M. That's Boomtown. You got to consult with him. I don't hate the idea, though. Mike D's nuts responding to Allen. Let's go, Mike. Gotcha, Allen. I do also type my takes, whether in the chat or on Super Chat. I just like to give back to my fellow fans. I've actually agreed with some of your takes and commented to you. Mike, I got your back, bro. You're a big-time member of the Asmaniac community. You interact on the chat, in the Discord. We love Mike D's nuts. Right? There's a reason why there's a D's nuts emoji. There's a reason why Leanie wanted to know if you were actually you.
Is this Mike D's nuts?
I love it. JJ writes in, thank God he hung up on Dre. The guy is crazy. JJ, it's the man's birthday. Why do you gotta be so obtuse? Come on, man.
Now look what you've done, JJ. No more protection from the Asmaniacs. Had to pull you out of the chat and cast you down with the sodomites. Some time in here will feel like you've been run over by the lane train. You understand me? You catch my drift? Give him another 24 hours to think about it.
I gave him 10 minutes in the hole instead of 24 hours. I'm being lenient today. More of your calls right now. Joe the Jet's up next. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Jake. How you doing?
What's up, Joe?
Hey, been good lately, living life, I found my PS2 when I was moving around, and
what are we playing?
I was playing Madden 07, and here's the thing, it was like my dad's copy of Madden 07. I've never played like the old Maddens before, but oh my God, he was spoiled, playing those early versions of those games, man, because Madden right now sucks. It's awful. But
so 07, so that was the 2006 Jet season. So that was a good Jet team.
yeah, no, I think it had Pennington. It actually had Curtis Martin on that roster on the PS2 version. I don't know if Martin retired at that point, but like for some reason it had Curtis Martin on that roster. Bunch of other guys. I think Jericho Cotchery was on that roster as well.
Yeah.
A very underrated Jet, by the way. I think he's probably one of the most underrated Jet of all time, in my opinion, because I remember when we let go of him in 2011. It's sort of a hole was sort of put place in that wide receiver room.
Yeah, because they replaced him with Derek Mason, who sucked and quit on the team. What a
Oh
nightmare!
my God! The one play I remember Jericho Cotchery having in real life was the big play against New England in the playoffs, where he almost went all the way for a touchdown, and it was like a big play. I remember that. It was
right before the half, and then it set up the quick slant to Braylon Edwards, where he carried 3 Patriots with him into the end zone.
God, it was so much fun. That game was so much fun to remember and just watch live. I hope we just get more moments like that this year. But here's the thing: we got a lot of guys going right now. Look, a lot of people they be hating, they be doubting in the media. You got idiots like Colin Cowherd, you got idiots like Chris Canny and Nick Wright. All these other people that they're doubting. But let me tell you something. They put out the negative energy, and guess what? Guess what comes back? Some positive energy. So just our guys are going to shut up, and they're going to let their play do the talking. You know what I mean?
Amen, Joe. Now, where are you calling us from? That it's so dark.
My theater room again. It's sort of a darkness retreat in myself, in a weird way. It's just oddly dark in here for some reason, but it's a cool room though. You know what I mean?
I'm happy that you're at peace.
Yeah, no, I'm peaced out, man. I'm chilling.
Joe, excellent call. Call back soon, all right?
All right. See you, Jake.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joe the Jet checking in. Excellent job out of him. On his own darkness retreat. Oscar the Grouch says, bro has his own theater. I'd love to see Oscar the Grouch call in. Give us a call, Oscar. I'd love to see that one. Greg says, this guy locked up in Cheats fans' basement. I want to know how Greg is not a channel member. Greg is always in here live. How has Greg not gotten a membership? Greg, click on someone's gifted membership, turn on gift receipts, and the next time someone gifts a membership, it's got to go to you. There's just no way that you have that turned on if you haven't gotten a membership yet. Ladies and gentlemen, he might be in the hole, but he has called in. JJ is up next. Hello, JJ.
I don't know why Dre is saying what did he say? He said see him in L5 and he got something for me. And
Dre, call in right now. Dre, call in. Let's settle this.
No, if he calls in, I'm gonna hang up. I don't want to talk to that guy. The guy is crazy. The guy is sitting here trying to tell me that Joe Douglas, I'm sorry, he's trying to say that Mike T can't take credit for Darrelle Reeves even though he drafted him. So then how can Joe Douglas take credit for Sauce Gardner or Garrett Wilson? You guys realize Mike T was the general manager from 2006. We didn't go to the AFC Championship until 2009, 2010. So that's 4 years into his tenure. He got better as a GM. He made good moves. He made some bad moves. But I don't understand what you guys, like how delusional you guys are. Joe Douglas has never had a winning season. What are we talking about? He's never had a winning season. And you guys are sitting here trying to say he's better than somebody who took you to 2 AFC championships, 3 playoffs appearances, and this guy never had a winning season? You guys are idiots. I'm sorry, Jake. You guys are idiots. What are we talking about here?
Are you calling me an idiot?
Everyone who thinks that Joe Douglas is better than Mike T as a general manager is an idiot. I'm sorry. I don't know how else to phrase it. The guy who took somebody took a team to the playoffs 3 times versus the guy who has the worst winning percentage in Jets history. And you guys are going to say, oh, he inherited a bad team and this and that. But in the same breath, you guys will sit here and tell me that Robert Saleh is a good coach and Joe Douglas is the reason that we haven't won any football games because he hasn't got us a quarterback. How does that work?
I think you're lumping too many different arguments from different fans at once. My take has always been that Douglas has done more good than bad. He's missed on quarterback. Last year was supposed to be the year we find out what this team is. Rodgers got hurt. He gets this year with the head coach. I have never separated the two. I have kept them on the same timeline.
Question: do you think Mark Sanchez was a good quarterback pick?
No.
Okay, so let me ask you this: do you think Rex Ryan was a good head coach hire?
Without question.
All right, so now I'm going to ask you the same question. Obviously, we already know Zach Wilson was a bad quarterback pick. Do you think Robert Saleh was a good head coach hire?
Look, I don't think we have a definitive answer on what Saleh is as a coach.
And that's the whole point right there. If you miss on quarterback, but you get the head coach right, you can still win a playoff game. That's the whole point right there.
Dude, there's levels to it, though. First things first, the Jets roster that Rex Ryan inherited was infinitely better than the roster that Mike Tannenbaum inherited. Rex Ryan took over a team that won 9 games. They were 8-3 before Favre got hurt. They finished 9-7. That team had been in the playoffs in 06, in 04. They had a lot of success after Parcells took over and built the team following the disastrous Kotite era. Robert Saleh inherited the worst Jets team of all time. They had the worst point differential ever.
Adam Gase, a year prior, had just won how many games?
Yeah, yes, but let's go through those games. Look at the quarterbacks they beat, and when they played any good teams during that stretch, they got destroyed. They started 1-7, and then they were 6-2 in the second half.
You can say that about Saleh's. You can say that about Saleh's year with Mike White and what year was that? Year 2 under Saleh. A lot of the games that we won were against garbage teams. We beat like the Chicago Bears, and we beat a bunch of garbage teams, and we ended up being 7-9. So you could say the same thing.
That's not true. They beat some good teams in 2022. How could we even say that? They went into Green Bay and won. Remember that? They beat Aaron Rodgers. Remember they put 40 on the Dolphins? Remember they went
when they went into Green Bay. Did Green Bay even make the playoffs that year?
Because Aaron Rodgers was playing hurt that year.
Okay, then so how can you bring that up? They didn't. Green Bay was not a good team. They didn't even make the playoffs. They were a good team.
They beat good teams that year. They were 6-3 and 7-4. Adam Gase never got off to a good start like what Saleh did. JJ, are you trying to tell me that Adam Gase is somehow on the same level of coach as Robert Saleh? You're trying to say that Saleh is Gase level bad. Is that what you're trying to argue?
Adam Gase went to the playoffs with the Dolphins. Robert Saleh has not had a winning.
Who cares? We're talking about his Jets tenure. Adam Gase is the head coach of the Jets, was the second worst coach, I would argue, in the history of the franchise.
No, Robert Saleh is the second worst coach ever because he still hasn't won.
No, he's not.
All right,
he hasn't won because the quarterback has been historically bad since he's been
here. Who picks the quarterback? Joe Douglas picks the quarterback.
Goodbye, JJ. Aaron Rodgers got hurt in the 4th play of the year. You know what happened. Zach Wilson sucked. We understand that, okay? I mean, goodbye. 24 hours. I can't do it.
Now look what you've done, JJ. No more protection from the Asmaniacs. Had to pull you out of the chat and cast you down with the sodomites. Some time in here will feel like you've been run over by the lane train. You understand me? You catch my drift? Give him another 24 hours to think about it.
To sit here and say Saleh is the second worst coach the Jets have ever had tells me that you don't know anything about football, JJ. Really? The man's won 7 games the last 2 years with the worst quarterback play in the league in the last decade. They have one of the best defenses in the NFL. They have a clear pipeline of player development. The guys play hard for him. He's not perfect. Saleh's not perfect, but that's such a stupid call. And then when I counter your garbage point, you then say, well, who drafted the quarterback? No one is sitting here saying that the people who run the Jets are great and deserve a job for life. What we are simply saying is they get this year. We all agree they've had a good offseason. We all agree they have unbelievable talent. Now it's time to win. I think it's not crazy to think they could go from 7 wins to the playoffs. Trying to say that Saleh is Gase. Did you watch the games? Gase is an offensive genius. Where did the Jets finish on offense his first 2 years? His only 2 years. 32nd. And then to try and bring up, well, you see, if you have a bad quarterback but a good coach, you could win a playoff game, as if Rex Ryan didn't inherit a 9-win football team that had the best offensive line in the NFL. What did Robert Saleh inherit? Go look at the 2021 roster. Robert Saleh took over a 2-win expansion-level team that had the worst point differential in franchise history. JJ, you are a fool. A fool. You just try and nitpick certain things and twist it and go, oh, I'm JJ. Look at me. Come on, man. That's so weak. That is so weak to try and say Saleh is the second worst coach in the Jets franchise history. And then to try and then spin it back to Douglas. Now let's do, you want to go through the Mike Tannenbaum resume? I mean, come on, man. No GM is perfect. I think Douglas has built a more sustainable roster than Tannenbaum. That said, Tannenbaum, to this point, I would say has been a better GM because they won more. That's why this year's so important for Douglas. I think it's an incomplete right now. Rodgers getting hurt screwed up everything last year. Brutal. Dre writes in with a super chat. JJ, who picked Tim Tebow? That's Tannenbaum and Woody, by the way. Mike Tannenbaum shouldn't just be blamed for that one. More of your calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now is JD Cush number 7. Hello, JD Cush number 7.
Yo, what's up, man? Jets fan all the way from Anaheim, California.
What's up, man?
I was calling in because I don't think it's fair how everybody was teaming up on JJ. Yeah, it was a outrageous take, but every GM has their misses and they also have their good picks, you know. But I also wanted to say, I honestly believe if Brett Favre doesn't get hurt 2008, we would have gone to the Super Bowl. We beat the undefeated Tennessee Titans that year. We beat New England. We were on fire that year.
Yeah.
And then 2009, 2010, we went all the way to the AFC Championship game as well. But I just feel Woody Johnson is all Woody Johnson's fault, not the GM's.
How's it Woody's fault that Favre got hurt?
Well, not his fault, but I'm talking about like picks, like picking quarterbacks like Zach Wilson.
That's not Woody. That was a Joe Douglas pick.
Kellen Clemens.
Kellen Clemens wasn't a first-round pick. Geno Smith wasn't a first-round pick.
Second-round picks, though.
Yeah, but there's a huge difference in that. Like, if you're taking a quarterback in the first round, that guy's playing. Like, that guy's, you're investing in that guy being your franchise quarterback. Anything beyond that, it's like they're not guaranteed to play.
Yeah, but what I'm talking, I was calling because I was saying that Mike Tannenbaum is not a bad GM.
I didn't say he was a bad GM. I would say Mike Tannenbaum overall.
No, I'm talking about Dre. I'm talking about Dre, not you, Jake.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think Dre's a little too critical of Tannenbaum, but I also think it's fair to look at Tannenbaum's tenure and talk about the highs, but there were incredible lows.
Yeah, but honestly, I think we should all calm down about trying to get violent with each other over a opposite take.
I don't think anyone's getting violent other than maybe Dre.
But yeah, Jake, big fan all the way from Anaheim, California. Take care, man.
JD Cush, I love it. What a name. Tom says 8-3 when Favre got hurt. Definitely would have made a run. Yeah, I mean, that team was stacked. And by the way, that team is what Rex took over. The Jets were trying to get Favre to come out of retirement and play for them in 2009. And when he wouldn't, that's when they drafted Sanchez. Then they traded Favre to the Vikings. Big fella. JJ deserves a 48-hour stint in the hole. I don't think JJ actually believes a lot of the stuff he says. It's just too outrageous. Ladies and gentlemen, 67 new channel members. Is anyone going to make it rain before we wrap up the show? And if you missed it, Huga House has 4 brand new hats that are out. I already ordered 2 of the ones you see on the screen there, the 2 navy blue ones. The one I'm wearing right now, but in blue, and the one in the top left corner in all navy blue. Check that out. Promo code Asman, 15% off. Brand new hats. Go quick. They sell out fast. That's why I've been promoting it hard the last 2 shows, because I knew it was dropping today at 12 p.m. Eastern time. HugaHouse.com. Promo code Asman. Get yourself the hat that our guy, Mr. Aaron Rodgers, is always rocking. Huga House. Check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not done. Folks, Mike D's Nuts is making it rain. He will not stop until all 37,000 Jake Asman Show subscribers are officially channel members.
Hey, thank you, Mike D's Nuts, for another gifted membership. Hey.
Here we go. 5 people, 5 names. Dylan Barr, JQB, Matt Whalen, Marlon 650, Eric B from Connecticut. You guys are all channel members. Slam the D's Nuts emoji in the chat right now. Because nobody, and I mean nobody, makes it rain like Mike D's Nuts.
Is this Mike D's Nuts?
Super chats, they're still coming in. Tyrone says, go Jets. Can't wait. Oh, baby. I love it. To all the Jet fans. Love it. Absolutely love it. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll continue to cut the line before we wrap here. Ladies and gentlemen, appreciate everyone tuning in. If you missed it, it was a wild Scott show the other day.
Let's talk about buttered sausage. Talk about buttered sausage, where it comes from, what it does. Why is it doing what it's doing? Get it out of my face. What about buttered sausage?
Only on this show, dude. Only on this show.
It's not my jam. I don't buy jam. I buy honey, and I kiss it on the lips.
Joining us right now to talk more about whatever we're going to talk more about is none other than the incomparable Bobby Midnight.
Well, you know, I've grown to love my buddy Alan, but Southwest has to go. I threw him off my show.
Bobby, what are your thoughts on this battle between JJ and Dre?
I think you did the right thing. Throw JJ's ass in the hole for 24 hours. I wish he was like 48, like Big Fella said.
Yeah, YouTube doesn't give me that option.
What was that thing with Scott? Who was that?
You're going to have to watch it back.
Yeah, okay, I watched it back, but that was weird. That looked like death to death or something.
Yeah.
What are you looking at?
I'm looking at everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you ready to do the night tonight? You got a date with anything going out to dinner? Are you going out to dinner tonight with your friends? Huh?
I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
It's Friday night. You usually go out to dinner, don't you?
I thought it was Monday.
It's Friday night.
Is it?
Yeah, I got my seltzer water right here.
There we go. Cheers, Bobby.
Yeah, what are you drinking? Sprite?
No, Fireman Ed Lager.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know he had his own thing out.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Oh, you know, I'm doing another Zoom meeting. Oh, Farts Jake's going live. Gotta end my friggin' stream. Bobby.
Ladies and gentlemen, this stream is not ending just yet. Folks, Dre, on his birthday, his day of birth, is making it rain with, holy crap, 10 channel memberships. Yeah.
Show me the money. Show me the money! Money.
There you go. All right, if you hear your name called, you thank the birthday boy, Dre, Jason Schmeider, TP Jet, Here for the Memes, Austin S., Benjamin Banks, Jenks, Monkey Man Stan, and Kyle. You guys are all channel members. Happy birthday to Dre. Man, what a birthday for Dre. In honor of Dre's birthday, I think it's time we go back to one of the more iconic moments in the history of this program. A moment that one could argue changed the Jake Asman Show forever. Let's go to Dre. He's up next on the Gustbuster Hotline. Dre, what do you got for us? Oh, my God.
Hey, Jake. Hey, I gotta be a little quiet, man, because my boss is right over there. The Jets. I think they're definitely gonna win the division.
Who are you talking to?
I'm working. I'm selling.
What are you doing? Are you on the FaceTime?
No. This is I'm selling this guy. I almost got the sale. I'm telling you, I'm gonna get this sale. And
You better. For your job, we have quotas to meet, you know.
Jake, I gotta go. Yeah, no, I gotta go back to you. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
You better.
I'll get it done.
You better. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. All right.
All right, Trey, we'll let you go. Oh, my God. I swear to God, Gator does not tell me when he's doing these things. And it just popped up as Dre, and I go, he looks a little different, but I got like a very small window to see who the callers are. And I did not know that was a impersonator. I really did not. I thought it might have actually been Dre, but I was like, why does he look a little different? But the picture's so small, I couldn't tell. And I was genuinely surprised there. Oh, man. I think we got to end it there. We're not topping that. I mean, that was brilliant. If you want more Gator, he's in the Discord. He will like randomly post different videos. Like he did a mashup of me and Aaron Rodgers singing Taylor Swift together, which is just completely outrageous. Like I don't even know how to describe what Gator posts in the Discord. So sign up for the Patreon so you can get access to that. Happy Friday, everybody. I mean, that was brilliant. The Office background. Who was voicing the other part of the bit there? I mean, I got a million questions after that. Incredible. Look who's called back. Our guy Dre is on the line right now. Dre, how we doing? Not at the office?
I had to call in because I saw Gator's impression of me. It was fantastic. I literally was crying at work. Then I ran around to talk to a couple people about it, and that video is fantastic. It is just cinematic triumph. You're gonna love it. Shout out to Gator, my guy.
The Gator impression. I mean, one more time, I'll put it up on screen. I mean, this was outstanding. Look at that. The attention, the detail. Who's Gator going to impersonate next? JJ writes in, we're going to see Gator with a cigar next. Shout out to Neil. Neil is definitely on the short list of someone who could be impersonated by Gator. And did Neil get impersonated, as we all know who's watched this show. Dre, in honor of your birthday, Mike D's Nuts made a great suggestion, saying I should get 5 memberships in honor of Dre's birthday. So I'm a man of the people. 5 channel memberships have just been gifted in honor of Dre's birthday. If you hear your name called, yours truly just gifted you a channel membership. SXHBK, Joey Cintron, Thomas Roseman, Richie, and Kickin' Pickles. You guys are all officially channel members. Let's go. Hit the like button. Perhaps our final call. Ladies and gentlemen, a man who is now a huge part of our Patreon and Discord community. We saved the best for last. Keith Best is up next. Hello, Keith.
Oh, my God. You calling me yesterday first. You know, I got on here. I was sitting out in front of my seawall, and the traffic started building up, and so I had to go back upstairs. But I wanted to think about when you had the guy on this morning that asked you the question, how much money do you make?
$1 million per episode.
Yeah, $1 million per episode. And I wanted to take a couple of pictures of the Benetti boats across on Brazilian docks in Palm Beach and say, maybe Jake lives on one of these, you know?
I wish.
Huh? What do you mean you wish? In that realm of what you just said, it's easy.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Nah, you sound like me when I was your age. Nah, Dad, it ain't gonna happen. No, really. Look, I've watched you. I've commented on this before. I watched you on your. I forget the guy who did the YouTube channel and your upbringing, and I match it. We're just in different industries.
Oh, Gator. Yeah, I did a
Gator
for Gator. Yep.
Gator did your thing, and I watched that. That's why I got on that night, and I said, you were just like me. And now
I love it. How are you feeling today, Keith?
I'm okay. I had chemo this morning. I appreciate what everybody says here, and I'm not You know, I'm going to tell you what happened today. I brought my laptop into the hospital this morning, and I played the 2 shows that you had me on yesterday. One when I was up at Palm Beach Gardens Medical going into whatever, and then the one at the end of the day. And they were like, and one lady says, my son's going to Gainesville and he's a professional ball player and he can't get on ESPN or get on a Jake Asman show. I'm truly blessed in those regards. You know, I played out the tape of the afternoon meeting and somebody says, let me send him money for a hotel. I don't need money for a hotel. I just have to dictate on how I'm going to be able to afford to be able to pay for, you know, that week.
Well, I'll tell you what, Keith. I have a listener who's called in a bunch. You maybe recognize that.
Yeah, I know. I saw what he said. He wanted to pay for my hotel. I don't
No,
need a hotel.
he wants to pay for your ticket, though. I explained to him that you don't need a hotel, but he offered to pay for your ticket to sit with us at the Jets Dolphins game as part of the group ticket buy that Richie from Jets Media is doing.
Yeah, and I'm sorry. Richie's show is great. When something pops up in the middle of the storm, there he is on between you and him, and not macking all the rest of the guys, Matt and all the rest of the guys, Jay, Jet Central. You know, there's apartments available. You know, I'm going to go off cuff a little bit. There are apartments in my building here. I live on the Intercoastal. If you walk down to the seawall, you can go across the middle bridge, go to, you know, Palm Beach. You can look down south a little bit and you can see where Trump's at. And I really wanted to bring Caroline Hecklin, but she's married, you know, Hecklin shot, and bring her down here and say, guess what? I used to do it too, and you could do it now. You can travel up and get on the 6:30 flight here in PBI, and you're only 5 minutes away. It costs you $5 to hold your car overnight, and I don't know. Maybe I'm out of line. I don't want to be out of line with her. I appreciate her for her tenacity, her tenure, and her professional attributes of what she brings as to the New York Jets one as a reporter.
Well, Keith, I'll tell you what, we're going to get you situated for that game.
Yeah, we'll continue to talk. I am working on with, you know, the way I get my financial set up to pace. Jake, so I wanted to really get on this morning when I wanted to respond, but then they called me up. They had to go upstairs. But I wanted to respond to that guy that says, how much do you make? And you said 1 million per, you know, per view or whatever.
Yeah, this is this morning's earnings. It was crazy.
Well, I'm glad you're holding up. You're not a drug dealer. Thank God.
Yeah, you know, I'm just fanning myself with all my money. That's definitely not fake. Definitely real hundreds here.
So I'd like to send you my bill from Trauma Care.
Yeah.
I send you my bill from Trauma Care.
Keith, I have a big trauma bill too, man. Let me tell you, I'll never forget being in the building on September 11th last year, watching Aaron Rodgers get hurt.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like when you wake up 2 days later and you don't know where you're at.
No, you have real trauma. I'm just messing around as a crazy.
It's okay. It's okay. I could deal with all the shit. But they sent me a bill the other day for $500,000.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And that's what it costs to go to healthcare today.
All right. Well, I'll just do a couple extra shows. You know, as you know, I make $1 million an episode.
That's not what I'm asking for. My godfather, who's not a sports fan, who lives a couple of blocks down the street from me here, he will tell you that I will give you everything with all my heart. And that's why I love coming on here, because that's what I hear. Kings Mosley, Tommy, did you not hear me last night? I want you to be able to sing Liza Minnelli I'm going to ask Jake to make a video of when Liza Minnelli sang New York, New York, when Shea Stadium opened up after 9/11 shutdown. And all the officers and the police, we got to replace Liza with Bobby, and we got to give them kickstands. Like, I'm in New York. And we're going to replace her voice with yours. But we're going to have to mock it up a little bit because you're so bad.
Keith, I love it. I think Bobby's great, though. You have a great weekend.
Yeah.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. He's back on you. Running Trey. There we go. New York, New York.
Yeah, Bobby.
Jake, that was crazy. Jake, you're funny. I love that guy, Keith Best. I love you, Keith Best.
Well, you know, I've grown to love my buddy Alan, but Southwest has to go. I threw him off my show. Bobby!
All right, we're going to end the show, but there's a couple legends on the line. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the leaders of the 4%, Jettergy, is up next. What's up, Jettergy?
What up? Yes. It's been, what, a week since the Long Island event?
It's been 8 days.
I know. I have to recharge the Jettergy batteries. I'm not an Energizer bunny. I need to recharge.
I feel that.
Yeah, man. Happy Friday to everyone, and happy birthday to Dre, the OG. Yes.
Your train partner.
I was just calling to say hi, and I had an amazing time in Long Island. Lord have mercy. I'm in downtown Manhattan. Sorry. Just getting out of work on 12th Street. I'm on the Lower East Side, so it might be a little bit noisy.
Stop the catches.
Yeah. So what was I going to say? So basically, I am excited about this Jets season. I've been watching the shows. I think I shared an article with you guys. I can't remember the name of the guy, some sports analyst that named the quarterbacks. He put Aaron in he was number 5 out of 25. So we are going to kick ass. I mean, booty. Sorry. I know we're not supposed to curse.
It's okay. We can allow ass. My last name is Asman.
There you go. And then the other thing was, I was just thinking about, I'm not going to worry about the Yankees, because I was just thinking about how there's always going to be a slump. I mean, we were hot, and then we get streaky. Can't give up on the Yankees. Won't give up on the Yankees ever. It's better that it's happening now than September, because we really can't. They're playing with my heart, though, I have to admit.
They are. They'll be all right, though. Yeah, they'll be all right. It's a long season. The Mets were the worst team in baseball in May. Now they're the best in June. It's a long year.
Exactly. And then the other thing I was thinking of is, I mean, people that are on the Discord, we take pictures from Yankee Stadium. I never see any pictures from people in Citi Field, though. You wonder about that? I wonder why.
Jettergy. Oh, baby.
Is Brock Purdy going to run for his life on the opener? Oh, yeah! He's going to die. Let's go. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Let's go.
Look at Jettergy leading us front and center in the yellow dress.
That's right. I was like, I'm going to wear green, and I have my Jets hat on. And
was that green? It looked yellow there. I couldn't tell.
It's like a neon yellow green.
Okay.
It's glow in the dark. Fun times.
I love it. Well, Jettergy, have a safe commute back from work.
Thank you. Have a good weekend, everyone. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Jettergy checking in. Joining us right now is a man who will one day reveal the key ingredients in his mother's chicken soup. Charles Eugene M. Gorman joins the show. Hello, Charles.
Hey, Jake. How are you?
Hey, Charles.
So, sorry I missed most of your show. I was having dinner. I was out with my inclusion group. Just want to stop by and say hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
I hear you. Are you eating again?
No.
Is that you?
You're just messing with me, are you?
I hear chewing. You hear that?
That's your video recording, yes.
I just stopped. Also, Charles, what's an inclusion group?
It's part of my community inclusion group in Hazlitt that I go to every Friday.
Very nice. What did you learn?
We went to the Sequest Aquarium in Woodbridge.
Oh.
Anyways, I know I like to change the subject. I know.
Yeah, go ahead, Charles. What else you got for us?
Well, hopefully the Yankees bounce back tonight. Marcus Stroman's back on the mound. Hopefully they rebound. You can't really get too upset because they've been a streaky team under Boone. So, hopefully after July.
What'd you have for dinner tonight?
Ribs and rice.
And chicken soup?
No.
Charles, you watched the debate last night?
Don't get me. Yes, I did. Let me guess.
What were your thoughts?
I'm not. Look, I know people have their own opinions, but all I'm going to say is I'm not a fan of the guy who's in office, and I'm not a fan of RFK.
Sounds like you're a Trump guy, if I'm interpreting that right.
You could pretty much say that.
Please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore.
Look, I didn't really watch. My brother watched a little bit last night. Part of me does feel bad for our president, but part of me doesn't. But most of me doesn't.
Some of your calls actually remind me of our president last night.
Oh, I'm sorry. I read the comments because I know people are going to say some dumb shit about me.
Not always. I think it's mostly people just wanting to know the recipe for the chicken soup.
Well, that obsession is going to get them killed.
Wait a second. You're going to murder them?
No, but I'm saying that obsession is going to drive them crazy.
Oh, I thought you were going to murder listeners of mine for asking about a chicken soup recipe.
No, that would be criminal. If I did that, I would be in jail for the rest of my life.
That is true. You don't want to murder anyone. Would you agree?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I don't have a foul language. I don't have a murder warning, but I do have this.
On behalf of the Jake Asman Show, we apologize for the foul language.
Look, all I'm going to say is in regards to the presidential debate, I'm just going to wait to cast my vote in November. That's all I'm going to say because I don't watch the media as much because I know a lot of it's BS. Like the sports media. You don't like the sports media, correct? Even though you're a part of it?
Well, it depends, you know. I try to get my opinions from a bunch of different people, not just one person or
well,
one.
I meant like the other, like, here's my perspective on the sports media. I think they can either be really good or they could be really stupid, depending upon the people who represent it.
Now, Steven says, why do you let him on, Jake? Would you like to respond to Steven, who's questioning why we allow you to call into the show?
Because it's a free country and free speech is allowed. And if you don't like me, Steven, you can take a hike. You can make like a tree and leave. You can kiss my ass.
Yeah.
Ban Steve for me, will you? He's being a jerk.
Well, I don't know if we should ban him for that. You know, it's free speech.
Yeah, but if he's got a problem with me, why don't you just come and say it to my face? Like, what did I do to deserve this?
That's right, Steven. Call in, all right? You won't.
I can't stand haters. I can't stand trolls.
Well, you know what they say, Charles? If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping.
That's true, but I've dealt with too many in my life.
Has your life changed since you became, a rap god?
I won't say a rap god. My life hasn't really changed much.
Has anyone recognized you at the grocery store or out in public?
No. I'm just living my life like I usually do. To be brutally honest, I don't think many people outside of the YouTube community know who the hell I am.
I disagree with that. It's crazy. So when I saw Rogers at UFC, he's like, "Where's Gorman?"
Look, man, I'm just living my life the way I usually do. I wake up one morning feeling knowing that I'm alive and well, and the rest is history.
You woke up this morning and got yourself a gun?
No.
I thought you were a Sopranos fan.
I never watched The Sopranos. I've seen clips of it, but I never watched the show fully.
Really? But you're a New Jersey resident. Come on.
Look, I don't really watch gangster shows unless, I'll probably watch Tulsa King. I'm a huge Stallone fan.
Your mama told me that your last name was Gormani, but it was changed to Gorman at Ellis Island.
You never talked to my mom.
You don't know that.
My last name is Gorman, not Gormani. I'm 7/8 Italian and 1/8 Irish.
Gormani changed the Gorman at Ellis Island.
Didn't know about that.
See?
Anyway, I'm going to try to go to Don Dano's show tonight. He wants me to come on around 9:30, which I know is about a few hours from now. But to all the people who want to know why Cenk brings me on here, it's a free country. You don't like it, go to China, go to Russia. See how your bitch ass survives there.
Hey, Charles. Before you go, Charles, what were your thoughts on your appearance on the Bobby Midnight Show yesterday?
Oh, it was good. Bobby's a nice guy. I know he likes me a lot as a person. A lot of his friends like me as a person, which is very important. First, I thought he said I have good taste, but then he said I have good takes.
I think you have good taste and takes.
Well, as for the taste part, I don't think it's really any of our business to say who has good taste, who has bad taste, because everyone is entitled to their opinion and interests. So I'm not that type of person to judge people who they should like, who they shouldn't like,
That's a good point.
But I understand where people come from with that. Anyways, I may play my PS5 soon, so got it right here.
Well, before you go, someone wants to thank you for coming on the show.
Hey, Bobby.
Hey, Charles. How you doing? Thank you very much. Everybody loved you on my show. And who's that guy, Steve?
Yeah.
Steve Roach, you pipe down, mind your business. Charles is the greatest here, so be quiet, step off, and bye. Sayonara to you. So everybody in my chat likes your takes like I did too. You did very good.
Yeah, I try my best to be. My parents raised me to be very intelligent. My parents raised me to know what the heck I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know.
And unfortunately, we have people in this world, not just here in this country, but throughout the world, that don't know what the hell they're talking about. And
yeah.
And I'm a type of guy that whether you like it or not, I'm a type of person that likes to give an honest opinion on something.
You do. I agree with you.
Whether you agree, look, when I review a movie, a video game, a comic book, or a TV series, I give you guys my honest opinion. You don't have to like it, you don't have to agree with it, but you got to respect it.
Yes.
Like I can go watch the Deadpool and Wolverine movie in about a month from now, and I say this movie's great, and I didn't like it. Well, that's your opinion.
Right, I agree with you.
And I still can't wait for Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm going to save money for that.
Right, definitely.
It's coming out July 26th, but my theater is my local AMC theater in the Menlo Park Mall is going to air it on the 25th, so I may get tickets for it.
Oh, get them early, you mean?
Yeah, like an early. I remember doing that for Black Adam. I remember doing that for a few other movies, but I remember liking it a lot.
Oh, that's good.
I remember doing that type of stuff. Anyways, it's good talking with you, Bobby. I may come into your show. Are you doing another show today or no?
Yeah, after the 6:30 show, I'm going to do my show. He talks about wrestling, Nick.
Yeah, no, he likes a lot of people love wrestling.
Yeah, so I'm going on his channel 6 o'clock today. And after his show, I'm going on. Yeah, nice to talk to you, Charles.
Take care, Bobby.
There's been a lot of you out there asking about who he be. Well, he's about to let you know.
He's Charles.
This rap is so hot, you'll play it on a loop. You'll never get the recipe for chicken noodle soup. Soup or a spider or even a bat. Got nothing on me or Bobby with his hat. Lady's gotta be a 10 if I'm gonna date her. Shout out to my homie, his name is Gator. I'm Charles.
To all you other guys trying to rap on Jake's show, got nothing on this guy and his flow.
He's Charles.
These bars be so hot, I'll get invited on Fallon. You know who won't? That hater, Alan. My comic book and movie takes are so hot and wild. Since my last verse, Johnny had another child. My YouTube is blowing up and becoming a star. My takes are fresh like the clothes on VR. I'm Charles.
Jets, Yankees, comics, hip-hop. Nobody compares when it comes to him. He's Charles.
I see everyone on Jake's show trying to prop bars. I'm the only one jumping over cars. Plus, he calls the show and he's always really loud. Shout out to Nick, you know he'd be proud. I don't like Zach or his family, they're Mormon. First name Charles, last name Gorman. I'm Charles, motherfucker.
You just witnessed the debut of a proud New York Jet fan and a Jake Asman production. Brought to you by the man, the myth, the legend himself.
I'm Charles.
What a show. Happy Friday. Cheers to all the Jet fans. 2 hours on June 28th. Almost 2 hours on the first show. You won't find any other channel that's giving you this kind of content. We got the best listeners in all of sports. Thank you guys so much. We'll give you a show most likely tomorrow, if not on Sunday as well. So stay tuned for that. Shout out to all the Asmaniacs. You guys are truly the absolute greatest. I'll talk to you guys soon. Enjoy your weekend. Happy Summer Friday. JETS. Jets.
Last night I spoke to the GM. That's that.
I look forward to it. Now, is there any update on the robbery at your place of work? Have they caught the criminal?
Yeah, I was actually a suspect. Yeah,
of course you
I'm not even kidding. And yeah, we look similar. I was, obviously we were both on camera and we're similar skin, size, stature, etc. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, I was a suspect.
To be clear, you're not a convicted criminal, though. You were not being charged for robbery.
It's luck of the draw, dude. Any place get robbed. That's
what I'm saying.
It is what it is. But the thing is, though, he saw my bun. I was on camera, so I was talked to. That's all I'm going to say.
Scott, I don't like where this is going. You're no longer giving us a lot of information. It leads me to believe that you are actually a suspect in this investigation.
I was.
Right, but I think you still are. I don't think you've been exonerated.
No, it's just the way that it happens, dude.
Scott, I don't know if I could go up to the Saratoga region with a robbery, case ongoing, and you might be a suspect. How do I know? How do I know I'm not being set up to be robbed?
Everyone's got to get up here.
Not with a robber on the loose.
It is what it is, man.
Thank you for the time, Scott. I have no idea what you're talking about. We're back because I forgot to get to some super chats, and no super chats are left behind on this show. Ladies and gentlemen, Dre, I think, had a super chat. I'm not a violent man. Yes, I did say Brock Purdy was going to die, but Mike Tannenbaum was a lawyer, not an NFL person. Addison writes in, Charles puts kryptonite in his chicken soup. Good God, man. I love it. I love it. Big Fella wants to know, hey, Charles, has Cynthia seen the rap video? I think Cynthia's Charles' former lover. Do I have that right? Best Page Chris says, here's to Charles' political opinions. Let's go. Now, you want to get views on your channel, Charles? Talk politics on your show. Now that would be wild. Bang! Bang! Steve M writes in, Bobby, it was Steven, not Steve M. I have much better takes that were way more offensive. Get it right. Yanks blow. Steve M, I appreciate the super chat. I don't like your Yanks blow comment, but I'm a capitalist, so I will read it gladly. All right. Did I miss anything? Want to make sure I didn't. Mike D's nuts. Damn, my bad. That's all. I'm good. Forgot Jake. Was that one of your super chats, Mike, that I didn't read? Anyway, I think we're caught up. Thank you all for the support. Truly appreciate it. Awesome show. Doesn't matter if it's June. Jet fans always show out. You guys are the best. And I got some exciting announcements, hopefully, coming soon with a merch store, watch party locations for the year. Today was a productive day, so I'm excited to share more of that. As we take things into the weekend, I simply want to remind all the Asmaniacs to calm your freaky down.
A lot of good-looking chicks in that film. Wow.
Bobby.
Oh, yeah, baby. Things are about to get crazy here on the Jake Asman Show.
Calm your freaky down.
Sometimes we try,
that freaky just take us over.
Give him some of your loving voice.
Oh yeah, hide them kids.
Again, leave your damn freaky down.
Too sexy.
you gotta chill, man.
Get in the hole.
Calm your freaky down.
Get in the hole.
Calm your freaky down.
Get in the hole.
Is Brock Purdy gonna run for his life on the opener?